Hello everyone. Hello Adrian. Welcome to you again. And today we're talking to upcoming session of ECR Retail Working Group on video, which is going to be about utilizing the mobile video on parking lots. It's going to be on 11th of November at 1 p.m. UK time. So Adrian, please let us know what it's going to be about. What is it there to expect?
Yes, hi, nice to see you again. Yes, we're going to get a presentation from Mike Lamb, who, is probably one of the titans of loss prevention in the US. He was head of loss prevention for the likes of Walmart, Home Depot, and Kroger before he retired. So he's going to be taking us through his understanding and experience of how retailers have been using mobile CCTV units in parking lots, or car parks as we call them in the UK. What impact do they have on crime? Why do retailers want to use these systems? And try and help us understand why they will have an effect on levels of loss that retailers may be experiencing in those environments.
That's very interesting and intriguing. Just let's explain to our viewers, what is this mobile CCTV units? What is it actually?
Well, it's basically it's CCTV and other things. So some of the systems allow those who are using them to communicate with people around the CCTV, but it's basically CCTV on a pole that's then fitted to a small truck or trailer that can then be moved around wherever a retailer might want to position this CCTV unit. So it gives them some sort of flexibility about where it's positioned within their retail estate. So it's really about sort of flexibility. And I think what Mike will talk about is trying to raise awareness that there's some sort of security presence in these places, because certainly retailers have had issues in the past with how do they secure these often very large parking spaces and help customers to feel reassured that they're safe places to leave not only their cars, but also for themselves to be walking around them.
Yes, and also another usage of this mobile CCTV units is in the outdoor events. It's normally this temporary things which you can move from place to place when you need a specific time frame to have this CCTV present. So I know them from my world, from the outdoor events, the games, some activities which are temporary. So for me, it will be very interesting to hear how he uses this at the stationary mobile, stationary parking lots. And I think another question to you prior this meetings, what do you see as the main challenges at the parking lot for retailers?
Well, I think the biggest challenge they have is that these are very big spaces outdoors, and so how do you try and create a security presence in what are quite big spaces? It can be very challenging. Certainly, if you want to try and make people feel reassured that there's a security presence or that it's a safe environment. Often we've seen examples which is, lighting is terribly important in these spaces. So you make them less dark and therefore less intimidating. And so I think this is simply part of a range of strategies that organizations use to try and make their customers feel safe in what can be relatively intimidating spaces, these large open areas around stores, which can often be dark, obviously at night. And if plenty of research has shown that if customers don't feel safe in an area, then they're less likely to visit, and that's the last thing that retailers want.
Yes, great overview. And I think some operational challenges as well. How do we monitor that people are not leaving the cars overnight and so on? So it's always this operational layer on top of our security platforms, which we shouldn't forget about.
Absolutely right.
Great. So looking forward to it. Once again, it's 11th of November, 1 p.m. UK time. I'm going to post the link below, and I'm looking forward to see you there and all our listeners who are retailers. Thank you very much for joining me today, Adrian.
All right, take care, Eve. Nice to see you again.
Bye, everyone.